In the captivating world of cinema, we have witnessed how actors transform into giant characters on our screens. We know them for their impeccable acting skills and indomitable charisma. But what happens when they face an enemy they can't conquer? Today, we'll talk about actors whose careers were interrupted or cut short due to chronic health conditions. From Parkinson's to Alzheimer's, diabetes, and various forms of cancer. Each actor has a unique and compelling story that humanizes them, offering a nostalgic look at the intersection of art and health. So, without further ado, join us as we take a look at 15 actors who have battled incurable diseases. Number 15, Michael J. Fox. Known for his role in the Back to the Future film trilogy, Michael J. Fox is an award-winning film and television actor who has captured hearts and countless accolades throughout his incredible career. But did you know that behind the scenes, Michael has been battling Parkinson's disease? In 1991, when he was just a 29-year-old young man, Michael received a shocking diagnosis. It wasn't until 1998 that he decided to go public with the news, showing immense courage and transparency. And let me tell you, instead of letting this disease weaken his spirit, he faced it head-on and started a whole movement in search of a cure. In the year 2000, Michael founded the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. This foundation became his mission, a way to gather, support, and promote scientific advancements in the search for a cure. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. This foundation became his mission, a way to gather, support, and promote scientific advancements in the search for a cure. Because Parkinson's disease is no walk in the park, it's a progressive and debilitating disorder that presents all kinds of challenges for the person living with it. It is characterized by uncontrollable shakes and twists, tremors, difficulty speaking, and challenges with balance and coordination. Yeah, Parkinson's disease doesn't waste any time. But here's the inspiring Michael, who has become a powerful advocate and influential voice in the world of Parkinson's research. He is part of the board of directors of his foundation. He travels and advocates for the cause whenever he can. In fact, it's making an impact. The New York Times even describes his foundation as the most credible voice in the world on Parkinson's research. Now that's some serious recognition. Don't think for a second that Michael's acting career has taken a backseat either. In 2013, driven by his natural optimism and determination, he made a triumphant return to acting full-time. He captivated us all on The Michael J. Show, a Fox show that portrays a main character living a normal, yet extraordinary life with Parkinson's disease. And just when we thought he couldn't surprise us anymore, he landed a juicy role in the hit CW drama, The Good Wife. Talk about talent and resilience. When it comes to inspiration, Michael draws his strength from the incredible Parkinson's community, the creativity, passion, and commitment he witnesses every day. He firmly believes that finding a cure won't be the work of just one person or his foundation, but rather a collective effort. Number 14, Anthony Anderson. This talented actor may have made us laugh until our sides hurt, but we didn't know that behind that contagious smile, he was facing his own health issues. Type 2 diabetes. In 2002, Anthony was diagnosed with this condition, which left him completely bewildered. Now, if you're not too familiar with the world of diabetes, let me break it down for you. This sneaky disease affects about 1 in 10 people worldwide, and most cases are type 2 diabetes. It's about our body cells responding abnormally to insulin, which makes it hard for sugar to get in. So, to make up for it, our bodies pump out more and more insulin, leaving our blood sugar levels out of control. And trust me, that's not good. It can lead to serious issues like cardiovascular diseases, vision problems, and kidney disease. But here's the thing. Anthony didn't let this diagnosis bring him down. In fact, he took charge of his health and started a consistent routine to manage his condition. He realized he had to make some changes. He started hitting the gym like it was nobody's business, walking, jogging, and even jumping on that old, trusty treadmill. And to top it off, he had the help of a personal trainer to keep him motivated and on track. But that's not all. Anthony knows that eating healthy is just as important. He's been making smarter food choices, fueling his body with good stuff and saying goodbye to the not-so-healthy options. In the end, it's all about making healthier choices. Number 13, Kathleen Turner. In the 1980s, Kathleen Turner was an absolute force to be reckoned with, churning out hit after hit and even winning 2 Golden Globe Awards. But at some point along the way, she seemed to disappear from our screens. What happened? Well, it turns out that Kathleen was dealing with a chronic illness, rheumatoid arthritis, a daunting autoimmune disease that wreaks havoc on the joints and organs, causing immense pain and swelling. Unfortunately, this made her acting as an actress a real challenge. Kathleen couldn't even walk properly, let alone hold a glass in her hand. Can you believe it? To go up the stairs, she had to resort to a pretty unorthodox method, dragging her feet up and down, pushing herself forward with each painstaking movement. The pain was unbearable and wouldn't let her rest, no matter how she sat, stood, or lay down. You know what's worse? People often underestimate the impact of their condition simply because it is not life-threatening. But it had a profound effect on Kathleen's life, and she wasn't willing to let it define her. When a doctor told Kathleen that she was destined to spend the rest of her days in a wheelchair, she took matters into her own hands and quickly dismissed that idea. That decision alone was a testament to the seriousness of her condition. Kathleen was determined not to let her illness become public, fearing it would hinder her chances of being hired in the industry. That decision alone was a testament to the seriousness of her condition. Kathleen was determined not to let her illness become public, fearing that it would hinder her chances of being hired in the industry. So, while she was battling her health, she also found herself fighting against rumors that she had a drinking problem. But here's the thing. Her supposed alcohol consumption was more of a coping mechanism, a desperate attempt to relieve the unbearable pain. In 2002, Kathleen had to face another battle and entered rehab. It was during her stay there that she met other patients who were struggling with much more serious drinking problems. It was a revelation for her, giving her a new perspective on her own alcohol consumption. These days, she enjoys a cocktail now and then, but she finds comfort in hosting poker nights with her fabulous group of friends, indulging in delicious sushi and sipping bourbon. It's a balanced approach, and she no longer lets alcohol take control. Number 12, charliesheen. Charliesheen's life has been an exhilarating roller coaster ride filled with immense talent, magnetic charisma, and captivating entertainment. From his groundbreaking performances in iconic films like Platoon in 1986 and Wall Street in 1987, to his unforgettable portrayal of the irreverent Charlie Harper in the beloved comedy 2.5 Men in 2003, Charlie has captivated audiences and kept us spellbound. But Charlie's story goes way beyond his on-screen escapades. As the son of the legendary actor Martin Sheen, he has shown remarkable resilience and the ability to bounce back from personal challenges, including an HIV diagnosis. Charlie's brave decision to publicly reveal his illness brought the topic of HIV into the public conversation and made him one of the most famous people living openly with HIV. While there is no cure for HIV, Charlie has been able to effectively manage his condition. However, amidst all his achievements, Charlie's journey has also been marred by controversy. Several women reported that he had not disclosed his HIV status, which put them at risk. In August 2020, Charlie had to deal with a lawsuit filed by an ex-girlfriend from 2017 who claimed that he knowingly exposed her to HIV during their intimate encounters. Although Charlie insisted that he took precautions to prevent transmission and was transparent with his sexual partners about his diagnosis before any physical involvement, the controversy surrounding his story can't be ignored. Surprisingly, when Charlie revealed to the world that he was HIV positive in 2015, he disclosed that he had been living with the disease for 4 years. However, amidst the turmoil, there was a ray of positivity. His announcement likely played a significant role in boosting sales of at-home HIV test kits, raising awareness, and encouraging people to get tested. Number 11. Morgan Freeman. When it comes to Hollywood legends, Morgan Freeman reigns supreme. With a career spanning decades, he has captured our hearts and minds, earning an Oscar, and not one, but 2 Golden Globes. However, behind his phenomenal success lies a personal battle that has tested his strength. 2001, her ongoing battle with fibromyalgia, caused by a car accident in 2008. The accident caused him irreversible nerve damage, leaving his left hand practically incapacitated. Despite undergoing surgeries, in an attempt to correct the damage, the unbearable truth remains that he relies on a compression glove just to function, constantly dealing with the annoying discomfort in his arm. Fibromyalgia has become an unwelcome companion in Freeman's life, dictating what he can and can't do. Like many who struggle with fibromyalgia, Freeman has been forced to give up his cherished hobbies. Sailing on open waters and soaring through the skies as a pilot once brought him immeasurable joy. Now those activities are no longer within his reach. Even driving or horseback riding has become a challenge, forever altered by the pain that torments him. One of the worst effects of fibromyalgia is the loss of activities that once nourished our souls. It's a heartbreaking blow that requires us to mourn and find a way to move forward. In Freeman's case, he has discovered new hobbies that ignite his passion and keep him engaged with life. He embraces the idea of playing golf by balancing the club with one hand, determined not to let the pain dictate his spirit, and he takes long walks, finding comfort in the simple act of putting one foot in front of the other. Freeman's message to all of us is one of resilience and finding purpose amid these unexpected twists. Likewise, let's not overlook that managing Yuzin's grief remains a crucial part of Freeman's journey. He boldly advocates for the use of cannabidiol, acknowledging that without this natural remedy, he would be in serious trouble. Incorporating this form of pain management into his gently active lifestyle has provided him with both physical and mental relief, allowing him to face life's challenges with grace. Number 10. Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson is a Hollywood icon who has left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. With a staggering 12 Oscar nominations under his belt, he proudly holds the esteemed title of Most Nominated Male Actor in history. But behind the dazzling facade and glamorous awards lies an intriguing story of transformation. Once hailed as a notorious party animal and famous for his mesmerizing on-screen performances, Jack effortlessly captivated both the cameras and the ladies. His reputation as a passionate romantic figure precedes him. As he navigated his way through a series of high-profile relationships and became a proud father of 6 children by 5 different women. His life seemed like an exhilarating whirlwind of glitz and glamour. However, in a surprising turn of events, the Hollywood legend bid farewell to his partying nights and desire to be the center of attention. In the late 2000s, after more than half a century in the spotlight, Jack Nicholson traded his highly publicized lifestyle for one of solitude and tranquility. Speculation and rumors arose about his sudden disappearance. Some wondered if he was dealing with dementia or memory loss, which reportedly led him to withdraw from the hustle and bustle of public life. But when pressed on the matter in 2013, Jack refuted these claims, stating that his mind was as sharp as ever. He simply became more selective about the roles he chose to take on, prioritizing quality over quantity. It's said that Jack now spends his days tucked away inside the walls of his stunning Beverly Hills mansion and rarely ventures beyond his grand facade. Concerned friends have expressed their fear that he might become a recluse, a shadow of the vibrant and colorful life he once led. The question that lingers in our minds is how Jack Nicholson withdrew from the world so completely. If the rumors about dementia are true, then Jack's mental health becomes a major concern. Dementia can hinder memory, cognition, and decision-making ability, interfering with the performance of daily activities. It's also incurable, which means it can only be managed. What we hope is that Jack is doing well and embraces this phase of his life away from the relentless glare of fame. Number 9. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Catherine Zeta-Jones has been open about her battle with bipolar disorder type 2. This mental health condition, known for its roller coaster of emotions that encompasses both depression and hypomania, has posed numerous challenges for the actress. At the age of 41, Zeta-Jones found herself navigating the unpredictable terrain of this disorder while also supporting her husband, the iconic Michael Douglas, in his highly publicized battle against stage 4 throat cancer. During her husband's arduous cancer treatments, Zeta-Jones felt an overwhelming sense of helplessness. The weight of the situation intensified with the presence of their kids, creating a juggling act of emotions. In an attempt to protect her private life from prying eyes, the actress chose to keep her feelings a secret. However, in January 2011, a ray of hope emerged when Douglas triumphantly announced that he was finally cancer-free. Little did many know, the stress and worry from those turbulent times took a toll on Zeta-Jones' mental well-being. In April 2011, she made a brave decision. She chose to seek solace within the walls of a mental health facility. In April 2011, she made a brave decision. She chose to seek comfort within the walls of a mental health facility. For 5 days, she embarked on a journey of self-care, recognizing the importance of being in an optimal state before returning to work. A close friend of hers revealed that during this challenging period, even the simplest tasks seemed overwhelming. For Zeta-Jones, just going out to dinner or facing everyday responsibilities became formidable obstacles. Witnessing her struggle was undoubtedly heartbreaking. However, the actress eventually realized that asking for help was not only necessary but something that needed to be embraced. Watching her struggle was undoubtedly heartbreaking. However, the actress eventually realized that asking for help wasn't just necessary, but something that needed to be embraced. However, her story didn't end there. In 2013, she sought professional help again, this time checking into a hospital. Her publicist explained that Zeta-Jones committed to regular care, showing her unwavering dedication to managing it. About her health. This serves as a touching reminder that the journey to mental health is ongoing, and seeking help when needed shows strength and wisdom. Number 8. Gina Rodriguez. When you see Gina Rodriguez, what's the first thing that catches your attention? That electrifying smile, right? It's like a permanent feature on her face that never goes away. But what you might not know is that behind the smiles, Gina has been facing her own battle against Hashimoto's disease, a thyroid condition. Famous for her role in Jane the Virgin, Gina is not just an amazing actress, she's also an inspiration to others. It was in 2018 that she decided to speak out about her struggle with a wide range of symptoms from Hashimoto's disease. She realized that she had to prioritize herself, especially in an industry that places so much importance on appearance and size. Gina has always been a fighter and never let anything stop her in her tracks. But as the saying goes, even the strongest warriors sometimes need to take a step back and recognize when they need help. And that's exactly what Gina did. She realized that she couldn't keep fighting this battle alone. Hashimoto's disease is an autoimmune disorder and affects each person differently. 2001 affected Gina's metabolism and caused her weight to fluctuate. On top of that, she experienced panic attacks and anxiety. It was a lot to handle. But here's the thing. While there is no known cure for the disease, there are medications that can help balance hormones and stabilize metabolism. But it's not just about the physical aspect. Emotional support is just as important. And that's where Gina's wonderful husband, Hollow Cicero, comes in. He's been her support, helping her through tough times and reminding her of her self-worth. He taught her to stop worrying about the number on the scale and to focus on what really matters, her overall well-being. Number 7, Hugo Weaving. If you've seen The Matrix or Lord of the Rings trilogies, then you'll know Hugo Weaving, the Australian actor with a commanding screen presence. But did you know that behind the scenes he has been battling epilepsy since he was just a teenager? Epilepsy is a real enigma. Even doctors are not always sure what the cause is. Some people develop it early in life and eventually outgrow it, while others, like Hugo, have to live with it forever. For over 30 years, Hugo has been taking medication for epilepsy and has used his platform to shed light on the experiences and struggles of people with epilepsy around the world. But here's the twist. Epilepsy never stopped Hugo, not even a little. He refused to let that stop him from doing what he loves. With an unwavering positive attitude, he kept the hope alive that one day he would overcome the seizures. And guess what? His hope became a reality. It's been a while since he last experienced a seizure. It's about a triumph. Of course, living with epilepsy had its challenges. The seizures prevented Hugo from getting his driver's license, but that didn't stop him from staying active and participating in multiple professional activities throughout his life. He's a true inspiration for everyone, but especially for those facing daily battles against epilepsy or any other health challenge. Number 6, Daisy Ridley. Daisy Ridley is an English actress who stole our hearts with her portrayal of Rey in Episode 7 of Star Wars: The Force Awakens. But there's more to Daisy than meets the eye. In 2016, she spoke on Instagram about her journey to health and revealed that she was diagnosed with endometriosis at the tender age of 15. And as if that wasn't enough, she also found out she had polycystic ovary syndrome after 8 years of testing. So, what exactly are these conditions? Well, endometriosis is sneaky. It happens when the tissue that normally lines the uterus decides to grow outside of it, causing all sorts of pain. On the other hand, polycystic ovary syndrome is a hormonal disorder that often comes with irregular menstrual periods and excess male hormones, leading to acne, excess body hair, and enlarged ovaries. However, it doesn't end there. Polycystic ovary syndrome can also lead to more serious complications like metabolic syndrome, which involves high blood pressure, elevated blood sugar levels, and abnormal cholesterol and triglyceride levels. Despite everything, using Daisy has become a model of strength and defense. She has been using her platform to encourage everyone to listen to their bodies and seek help if something doesn't feel right. After all, we only have one body from head to toe, so it's essential that we make sure it's in good shape. Michael J. Fox on his Parkinson's disease, Chris Hemsworth, is notable. Recently, he revealed he has a high risk for Alzheimer's disease genetically. The actor had genetic tests confirming this. He recently shocked all his followers when he revealed that he has a significantly higher risk of developing Alzheimer's disease due to his genetic factors. The actor underwent a series of genetic tests that allowed him to confirm the imaging results. Because of that, he had to make the decision to take a break from acting, although he won't be retiring anytime soon. Do you guys think these actors really manage well despite these conditions being incurable? Let us know in the comments section below. Number 5. Selma Blair. In October 2018, Selma took to Instagram to reveal to her fans that she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune disease where the body mistakenly attacks itself and causes damage to the nerves in the brain and spinal cord. Imagine the body doing everything it can, like, hey, let's just attack ourselves for fun. That's not okay, right? According to Selma, at one point she felt like she was disabled. She described the daily challenges that 2000 faces, from falling and dropping things to dealing with confusing memories. Multiple sclerosis can be a real disaster, causing exhaustion, intense pain, and affecting bodily functions such as bladder and bowel control. And let's not forget about mobility issues, vision problems, and cognitive changes that can come along with the journey. But here's the remarkable thing about Selma Blair: she didn't let her diagnosis dim her light. After experiencing worrying symptoms for years, she finally got some answers. Talking to CB's Morning, she revealed that when she received the diagnosis in her 40s, she felt shocked but also relieved. It validated everything she had been experiencing for the past 30 years. It was as if her body was finally whispering that something had been going on all along. Since bravely revealing her diagnosis, Selma has been a beacon of strength and change. She has rocked events with stylish canes and even graced the cover of British Vogue while holding a cane. With her actions, she highlights the need for greater accessibility for people with disabilities in the fashion world. Number 4. Pete Davidson. While you might know Pete Davidson as a hilarious comedian and actor, it turns out he's been living with Crohn's disease since he was a teenager. If you don't know, Crohn's disease is a chronic condition that affects the digestive tract. The unfortunate thing is that it causes inflammation, which leads to a whole bunch of unpleasant symptoms like abdominal pain, diarrhea, fatigue, weight loss, and malnutrition. Not only that, but the risks of developing ulcers and other serious conditions like colon cancer, gallbladder issues, or liver diseases would be higher. Despite all of this, Pitt has refused to let his condition get in the way of his ambition and talent. Over time, she's found a routine that works for her to manage the side effects of Crohn's disease, but it wasn't always easy. There was a time when he could barely get out of bed. It's inspiring to see him overcome such a challenging condition and continue to thrive in the entertainment industry. So, what's Pitt's secret? It turns out that marijuana is his treatment for managing his symptoms. Pitt says it's the only thing that helps him eat because without it, his stomach hurts all day. He even admitted that he wouldn't have been able to host Saturday Night Live if it weren't for smoking weed. That's pretty funny. But of course, there are other treatments that people with Crohn's disease might find helpful. For example, the use of steroids and immunosuppressants could help slow the progression of the disease. Number 3. Melanie Griffith. You might think that someone coming from a distinguished Hollywood dynasty with a successful career would have it easy, but Melanie Griffith had to face the frustrating reality that doctors didn't take her health issues seriously because of their busy schedules. During a panel on a women's brain health initiative in 2017, Griffith surprised the audience by talking about her epilepsy diagnosis. Can you believe it? This glamorous and talented woman had been suffering in silence, dealing with seizures without receiving the proper attention and care. One incident stands out. While attending the prestigious Cannes Film Festival in France, she experienced multiple seizures, including a terrifying one called a tonic seizure. This type of seizure causes a person to lose consciousness while their muscles go through intense and involuntary relaxation and contraction. It must have been terrifying for her and those around her. Despite the uncertainty surrounding the cause of epilepsy, the good news is that Melanie's condition has significantly improved over the years, and she hasn't had a seizure in quite some time. So, how did she manage to take back control of her life? Melanie credits her success to a medication called Lamictal. This medication, combined with a significant change in her life, her divorce from her ex-husband Antonio Banderas in 2015, has made a big difference for her. While it's unclear if she still suffers from any symptoms of epilepsy. One thing's for sure, Melanie's decision to speak openly about the life-altering illness has raised much-needed awareness about the condition. Number 2. Sarah Hyland, best known as Haley Dunphy from the hit TV show Modern Family, has been silently battling kidney failure over the years. She has had 2 kidney transplants, with years of dialysis and countless medications to keep going. It's really amazing how she keeps shining in a role while battling such a challenging condition. In 2018, Sarah boldly spoke about her journey with renal dysplasia in an interview with Self magazine. He explained that he was born with this condition, which is actually quite common among babies. Unfortunately, her kidneys didn't develop properly in her mother's womb and never functioned as they should have. Throughout her childhood, medical treatments kept her kidneys from failing completely, but by the time she turned 21, a transplant became her only hope. In a beautiful act of love and sacrifice, her beloved father, Edward James Hyland, volunteered to donate his kidney. Can you imagine the strength and courage it takes for a parent to make such a selfless decision? For 5 years, Sarah's body accepted her father's kidney, allowing her to continue living her life and pursuing her dreams. However, in 2017, her body rejected the organ, and her health took a dangerous turn, leading her to undergo dialysis, which became her lifeline and kept her alive while she waited for another transplant opportunity. But this is where the story takes another inspiring turn. This time, it was Sarah's younger brother, Ian Hyland, who stepped up to make a life-changing difference. He offered to donate his kidney, giving his sister a third chance at life. At the end of 2017, the transplant was successfully completed, and Sarah received a new lease on life thanks to the incredible act of love. Number 1. You might know Nick Cannon as the talented actor, comedian, and musician who's always on the go. But in 2012, he received some devastating news. After being hospitalized for fatigue, he was diagnosed with lupus. This condition, which affects the immune system, had caused his kidneys to fail, and he knew that his life would never be the same. Now, here's the thing. Nick doesn't necessarily look sick, but that doesn't mean he's not constantly dealing with the challenges of lupus. In an interview with WebMD, Nick spoke candidly about the times when he wakes up and can't move. It's scary and frustrating for him, but he's learned to cope with it. One thing that has helped him is making some drastic changes to his lifestyle. He started eating healthier and getting more sleep, which made a big difference in managing his symptoms. Despite his own struggles, Nick has become a passionate advocate for lupus awareness. He even started a YouTube series called Incurable Health Hustle to document his daily life with the disease, and has worked with the Lupus Foundation of America on various charitable initiatives. For Nick, being the face of lupus is more than just a job. It's a responsibility he takes very seriously. And various charitable initiatives. For Nick, being the face of lupus is more than just a job. It's a responsibility he takes very seriously. He wants to be an inspiration for others with this disease, showing them that they're not alone and that they can overcome it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. 1000.